right, so I've been working with merchants online for about 8 years, and 3 challenges I've come across. They're partially psychological, but also just reality, and they come down to, all right, so maybe you're new to all this. You're an expert in your field, but there's a lot of other things going on with running an online store. The other one is a psychological one, where you feel small in a sea of really big brands, you know, the Best Buys, the Nordstroms out there. How in the world can you compete in that environment? And third, you're probably a little confused by it all. Online stores are surrounded by crazy acronyms, SEO, PPC, return on ad spend, all these things, and they're foreign to you. You are very smart, you know a lot about what you do, but this is a new terrain for you. What is the solution to these challenges? And I've been doing this 8 years now, and I have found that it is becoming knowledgeable and taking, you know, ownership of your destiny and using that knowledge to promote your brand appropriately and grow your audience. And how do we do that? Well, I have a few trends I want to highlight, and then I'll close with some universal truths, as much as they can be in the digital age, truths that I believe to be apparent for probably a decade at least. So trend number 1, local search. Local search is obviously on the rise. 50% of all online searches have a local intent, and I believe 67% of those, as of last year, because this data is older, resulted in a purchase of some sort. So folks like Google, Bing, and Yahoo are catering their results to this fact. And if we all think about where we were 3 years ago and who we are now, we know that the trend is moving in this direction, right? We are more willing to pick up a cell phone and make a search, and the biggest change would be exchange money via that mobile device. So this trend is going to be the norm eventually. So this is a big thing that we need to just shift our reality to understand. The second part is good news. Local and small business have an advantage here. Nordstrom, it is extremely expensive and difficult logistically to be present in every local environment. So when you're just starting out, I strongly recommend you spend a lot of time networking in the local realm. This is where you're going to get your traction. Third, where's Adrian? My girl. Adrian is one of the SEO team leads on my team. She's brilliant. She's actually our local expert. She just came back from PubCon, which for nerdy SEO types, which is kind of where I came up in, is the biggest SEO environment in the world. She was a guest speaker there on local. Sorry, I'm going on, but I'm very proud of her. If you have any questions about local search, she's your lady. So hunt her down. So niche has really picked up steam on social. You can target by demographics very easily. You can say, I want to target all the waitresses in the Detroit area who have liked SpongeBob SquarePants. It can get very specific. So you can find your people easily on social. But they also have a lot of niche marketing social networks. So things like Houzz, Polyvore, Reddit, YouTube, you can find your people there and get very down to the grain. So I like to always think about like Houzz is, you know, housing, design, architecture. Polyvore is very much fashion, beauty, a little bit of toys for some reason, I guess. I don't. And Reddit is, it's everybody. We have marketed everything from e-cigs to things I won't talk about to like hiking poles. You can find your people on Reddit. A word to the wise on Reddit, though, is don't go in there selling. Go in there with an open heart, be authentic, help people out, be part of the community. They will come at you with pitchforks if you come in there selling too hard. So you want to be part of the community, not selling to the community. Trust me, the money will flow once you're part of the community, but you just can't lead with that foot sort of thing. Influencers. It's a fancy word for people who are really influential in your niche. So a good example of this might be special needs toys. I am certain there are probably dozens of influential people in that circle. Hunt them out. Offer them something to review. Offer their audience a discount. Make their people your people. Offer them value, and they will offer you their audience. It's a really nice, mutually beneficial relationship. And user-generated content is actually something I interact with quite a bit. It's when somebody posts a review or does something to endorse you. They become your spokesperson. Something I interact a lot with would be ModCloth or Anthropology, people posting pictures of themselves in a dress, saying this is really true to size, I love it, I can't believe I lived without it. You're much more likely to trust those people than a business. So use your loyal customers to sell your wares and make money. brands are what are going to make you stand out. And I think our panel really kind of articulated this in a very lovely way. Your personality will differentiate you from Nordstrom's, from Walmart, from the big guys, right? And it breeds loyalty. You're more likely to do business with people you like. And the same goes for a company. You want people to think about your company as if it were a person that they want to do business with. So you need to ask yourself, what is unique about me? Why am I who I am? And live that truth. I know it sounds a little cheesy, but tell the story and live it inside out. When you enact your culture within and brand without, you're going to have a solid, authentic brand. You do not want to have an inauthentic brand. You want something that really lives and breathes and just comes naturally with time. And then the people that you naturally appeal to will give you money. It's a great thing. Probably the easiest way to manifest a brand is through design. So design matters. That's first stop, right? You need a design that appeals to your market and just is natural with you. So that's the first stop. And then once you have a brand, you're going to build a following. The easiest way to do that is through social media. And then other good tactics, I would say, would be re-engaging through email and remarketing, which is basically someone comes to your site, you cookie them and creepily follow them around, showing them your ads later. If it's done right, it's endearing. If it's done inappropriately, it's weird. There are some things that are just going to last, at least for a decade. Who knows? In the future, we might all be machines. But for now, you need your basic SEO in place. SEO, search engine optimization. It's a fancy way of saying make it easy for the search engines to know you're relevant, what you're all about, that you're important, and that you're quality, right? So there are a few free resources we've produced. Where's Jacob? Oh, Jacob. Jacob King wrote this awesome ebook. It's available on volusion.com in our resource library. It's free. You can do it. It's meant for e-commerce folks. You can do it yourself. And then we also have my dear Jacob and Kavi, host bi-weekly. It's a podcasty, webcasty thing where you can listen to them chat about SEO. So much fun. But also send in your questions directly to them and get real-time counseling. It's free to anyone. You don't have to be on Volusion. We want to help you. We believe in e-commerce. We want to make y'all successful, so use it. And they often have like really awesome people as guests. I know that Sam was a guest at one point. Pretty smart. Smolin will probably be a guest for like technical stuff. So it's great. And here's one of my cliches for the night. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. When you have an online store, you need to diversify your marketing, because one change, if you're really successful in one area, you are making yourself vulnerable. Google could decide tomorrow that they're not going to use X. And if you've put all your eggs in X's basket and they smoosh that basket, you're in trouble. So I would recommend diversifying your outreach into at least 3 channels. More is better if your audience is in more channels. Don't set it and forget it, like the infomercial. Even if you're really successful, you need to keep checking in, making sure you're not getting diminishing returns. The best way to do that, analytics. Google Analytics is free, and your customers. Your customers are going to tell you, sometimes it's crazy stuff, but a lot of times it's truth. So listen. And great thing to end on, and I think the panel really articulated this, is I recommend loving what you do. I incorporate this into my personal life, but as an entrepreneur, you're going to be working pretty hard. So if you're doing that, it should be something you're passionate about. Otherwise, you'll burn out. I'm sure there's a few anomalies out there that made millions doing something that they loathed, but that's no way to live. So find what you love and pursue it. And I would really like to thank everybody who's come here tonight. I mean, I was really inspired by the panel, and I'm really pleased that so many people came out. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great time. Have more beer. Thanks.